For nearly 5 decades, Voyager 2 has been silently gliding through the vast expanse of space, steadily distancing itself from Earth. Its journey has taken it far beyond the domain of our Sun, into regions untouched by familiar scientific understanding, territory, where the warmth of solar influence fades into cold cosmic silence. Originally designed for a mission lasting just a few years, this venerable spacecraft continues to function long past its expected lifespan. From the dark reaches of interstellar space, it still whispers across the void. But recently, its latest communication delivered something startling, something no one anticipated. When NASA decoded the message, it wasn't merely intriguing, it was paradigm-shifting. The data suggested an anomaly, a phenomenon that defied known scientific principles. It hinted at a truth we may not yet be prepared to confront. What exactly did Voyager 2 uncover? How could this finding stand in such stark contrast to what we previously believed about the outer limits of our solar system? Scientists have called it the most unnerving discovery ever recorded in space, a revelation that challenges the very foundation of astrophysics. To understand the implications, we must go back to the beginning. Voyager 2 should not even exist by today's expectations. Its voyage was only possible due to a rare planetary alignment, a cosmic choreography that occurs once every 176 years. In the 1960s, a part-time NASA scientist painstakingly mapped the orbits of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune by hand, using nothing but paper and pencil. His work enabled mission planners to use gravitational assists, slingshotting Voyager from one giant to the next, propelling it faster and farther than any human-made object had ever traveled. With a mere 69 kilobytes of memory, less than what powers your average car key fob, and a transmission wattage equivalent to a refrigerator light bulb, Voyager 2 was never engineered to leave the solar system. Yet here it is, still operational, more than 12 billion miles from Earth, sending back messages in its ever-fainter voice. In 2018, the spacecraft crossed the heliopause, the theorized boundary where the solar wind yields to the forces of the greater galaxy. It followed its sibling, Voyager 1, which had made the crossing 6 years earlier in 2012. But Voyager 2's data told a different story. Scientists had anticipated a clean transition in magnetic field orientation and a dramatic change in charged particles. While Voyager 2 did observe a sharp rise in plasma density, confirmation it had reached interstellar space, the expected reconfiguration of magnetic direction did not occur. The field remained stubbornly aligned with the solar systems. It was like opening a door to a new room only to find the walls painted just like the old one. This wasn't how the models predicted space should behave, unless the room itself was shaped differently than we believed. For decades, researchers envisioned the heliosphere, the sun's magnetic bubble, as a teardrop-shaped envelope with a tail stretching behind it like a comet. Voyager 2's observations challenged that model. Instead of a neat boundary between solar and interstellar space, it encountered overlapping zones of turbulent magnetism, unexpected plasma formations, and erratic spikes in cosmic radiation. The heliosphere appears to be less like a protective cocoon and more like a chaotic, ever-shifting threshold, more porous, more complex, and perhaps more fragile than previously assumed. Even more astonishing was what came next. In a region where plasma stabilized and galactic radiation increased, Voyager 2 found no corresponding change in the magnetic field. According to established physics, this scenario is impossible. Plasma and magnetic fields are intrinsically connected. They dance together through the cosmos. If one fluctuates, the other should too. But that didn't happen. Unless something we don't yet comprehend is interfering, some invisible force, some unknown structure, a presence, perhaps, that lurks just beyond our scientific horizon. Remarkably, Voyager 2 has continued this work using 50-year-old technology. No artificial intelligence, no real-time updates, powered by plutonium-based thermoelectric generators that degrade by 4 watts annually. Incredibly, engineers turned off the heater for its cosmic ray detector to conserve power, expecting the device to fail in the cold. It didn't. It kept working, inexplicably functioning outside its intended thermal tolerance. It was as if the spacecraft itself refused to stop until it had told us one last secret. Today, only 5 scientific instruments remain operational. By 2030, that number may reach 0. But before Voyager 2 fades into eternal silence, it has delivered one more enigma, an observation so precise and yet so contradictory to known laws that it may redefine our understanding of the outer solar system. What we thought marked the edge, what we called the end, may be anything but. Something else lies beyond, and Voyager is trying to tell us before its voice fades completely. Previously, we believed the heliosphere tapered smoothly into interstellar space. Voyager 2 is painting a very different portrait, one of a warped, fragmented magnetic boundary, perhaps twisted by unseen galactic forces, or buffeted by interstellar winds we've never before encountered. Rather than a clear delineation, there appear to be zones, interference patterns, layered densities, magnetic collisions. Our models are failing. Imagine trying to chart the outline of a cloud using a ruler. As Voyager 2 slips beyond our sun's protection, the environment grows more hostile. Galactic cosmic rays, atomic fragments from ancient supernovae, now bombard the spacecraft directly, no longer filtered by the heliosphere. These rays aren't random. They are structured, periodic, almost rhythmic. Some researchers speculate they are interacting with unseen interstellar objects, perhaps clouds of charged particles, or even remnants of collapsed stars. This raises a troubling question. If our hardened spacecraft is barely enduring these forces, what hope would human biology have? Each Voyager probe carries a golden record, a 12-inch gold-plated disc etched with the sounds and images of Earth. Included are greetings in 55 languages, scientific illustrations, Beethoven, Chuck Berry, and a message from President Jimmy Carter, which reads, "This record represents our hope and our determination, and our goodwill in a vast and awesome universe." These records aren't merely sentimental. They are our lone attempt to say, we were here, we reached out, we dared to dream. Voyager 2 has carried that greeting farther than anything humankind has ever constructed. And if anything, conscious or not, is out there, it will hear not our weapons or our calculations, but our music, our voices, and our laughter. And when the last signals from Voyager 2 finally stop, the golden record will continue on, drifting silently, the only surviving testament to our attempt to connect. In its most recent data stream, Voyager 2 captured something truly extraordinary. NASA has not released the full details, but internal sources suggest a brief but unmistakable anomaly, a frequency spike in one of its low-band sensors. A 2.4-second signal, too regular to be random, too mathematically coherent to be noise. It matched no known natural or artificial source. Officially, the event was labeled a glitch, but behind closed doors, engineers have speculated otherwise. One veteran scientist remarked, "It didn't feel intelligent, but it felt deliberate." That signal has not repeated, but its mere existence is enough to cast doubt on everything we thought we understood. If a half-century-old machine with fading batteries and cold, creaking systems can still detect something inexplicable, then what else might be out there that we've missed? Not because we couldn't hear it, but because we never thought to listen. Voyager 2 is more than a probe. It is a reflection of humanity itself, a testament to our desire to know, to explore, to reach beyond what seems possible. It was built, not for profit or prestige, but for curiosity. Each pulse it sends back is a quiet reminder that discovery doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes, The most profound revelations arrive as whispers across the void. In the coldest corners of the cosmos, where solar warmth is a fading memory and darkness reigns supreme, a small, human-made artifact continues to speak, defying time, entropy, and expectation. Voyager 2 has persisted, and its last revelation may not just reshape our science, it may awaken our imagination. So, what do you believe Voyager discovered? Was it a quirk of the cosmos, a scientific breakthrough, or the first sign of something far stranger?